Okay, this is lesson 10-1, which is found on page 402 in your textbook. And really, the hardest part about this lesson is just knowing what it is exactly they're asking for. There are a bunch of new terms we're going to learn. So, key idea here, outcomes and events. So this whole chapter is really talking about probability, and we're going to call things by specific terms. An experiment is an investigation or a procedure that has varying results. So, for instance, flipping a coin we would call an experiment, or rolling a die is an experiment because it can have varying results. The possible results of an experiment are called outcomes. So again, let's think of flipping the coin. What are the possible results? Flipping a heads or flipping a tails? If you roll a die, what are the possible results? Rolling a 1, rolling a 2, rolling a 3, rolling a 4, rolling a 5, or rolling a 6. A collection of one or more outcomes is an event, and the outcomes of a specific event are called favorable outcomes. So, as we do some examples, these terms will be more clear to you. For example, randomly selecting a marble from a group of marbles, and here's our group of marbles, is an experiment. Now, we'd have to make it random. If we just put these out on a desk or something, somebody might say, wow, I really like purple, and they would be more likely to pick this purple. But let's pretend they were blindfolded, so they didn't know which marble they were picking. Each marble in the group is an outcome. So how many outcomes are there? Well, you could pick this one, that one, this one, that one, this one, or that one. There are 6 possible outcomes. If I said, how many possible outcomes are there? The right answer would be 6. If I said, what are the possible outcomes? Then the right answer would be purple, blue, green, yellow, red, green. Notice green is listed twice, but that's because there are 2 different outcomes, each of which is green. So you have to pay attention to whether the question asks for how many possible outcomes or what are the possible outcomes. 2 different questions. Selecting a green marble from the group is the event because, for instance, they might just say, we want the green marble. So here are all the possible outcomes. And green marble is what we're looking for, so that's the event. And how many ways can we pick a green marble? Well, there are 2 favorable outcomes for green marble. If somebody had said, I want to pick a red marble, well, there are still 6 possible outcomes, but in that case, there would only be 1 favorable outcome. All right, well, let's look at the examples they give us here. Identifying the outcomes. You roll the number cube right here, 1, 2, and there's a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6 all on this number cube. What are the possible outcomes? Well, we have to list all of them. Notice they did not just put 1 through 6. They actually listed them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What are the favorable outcomes for rolling an even number? Well, there are still 6 possible outcomes, but how many of them are even? 2, 4, and 6. So there are 3 even. 3 are not even. The favorable outcomes of the event are rolling a 2, a 4, and a 6. What are the favorable outcomes for rolling a number greater than 5? Well, there's only one number on there greater than 5, because remember, 5 is not greater than 5. So only the 6 would be greater than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are outcomes that are not greater than 5. So the favorable outcome of the event is rolling a 6. Now, if I said, how many favorable outcomes are there? You would say, there's only 1 favorable outcome. That one right there. Don't say there are 6 favorable outcomes just because the number happens to be a 6. There is only one of them, the 6. Okay, so this is the on your own problems, and it says you randomly choose a letter out of a hat that contains letters A through K. So you have to remind yourself what the letters are for A through K. I'll write them down here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K. So all of those letters are in this hat. And it says, what are the possible outcomes? What I would not put is 11. There are 11 possible outcomes, but this says, what are they? So I would have to list A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K. What are the favorable outcomes of choosing a vowel? Well, remember the vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y. That sometimes Y could be problematic, which is why these questions will never include the letter Y, because they don't want you to have to think to yourself, is it a vowel? Is it not a vowel? They'll always do something like this, letters A through K, and that way they don't have to deal with the letter Y. So we look here and we say, what are the favorable outcomes of choosing a vowel? Well, there's one, and there's one. So for A, I would have had to write all of these out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Oh, that's it. But for B, what are the favorable outcomes of choosing a vowel? A, E, and I. I wouldn't put O or U because they're not in the hat. Okay? I would only put these. And I wouldn't just put there are 3 of them. It says what are they, so I have to list them out. Counting outcomes. You spin this spinner right here. How many possible outcomes are there? Well, you could get this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot, or this spot. There are 6 possible outcomes. Please don't say, well, like, what about right on the line? Okay, we're not going to count that. So there are 6 possible outcomes. So here it's saying how many. It didn't say what are they. We don't have to put red, purple, red, blue, red, green. We just put 6 because it asked how many there were. In how many ways can spinning a red occur? Well, let's see. There's a one way, there's another way, and there's a third way. There are 3 ways you can spin a red. So, in how many ways can spinning red occur? 3. In how many ways can spinning not purple occur? Well, let's look. How many of these 6 things are not purple? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 ways of spinning not purple. All right, it says, what are the favorable outcomes of not spinning a purple? So on this one, it's saying not only how many, but now it says, what are they? And you would have to put red, blue, red, green, red. Okay, so you have to put those in a list. On your own, you randomly choose a marble. How many possible outcomes are there? So how many? It doesn't want us to list them, just how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for A, there are 8 possible outcomes for 2A. For 2B, in how many ways can choosing blue occur? Well, how many ways can choosing blue occur? Let's see, 2. There are 2 blue marbles. In how many ways can choosing not yellow occur? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 not yellows. And then it says, what are the favorable outcomes of choosing not yellow? So now we have to actually list them out. We would not put the yellows on there because it says not yellow. So blue, green, red, blue again, and purple. So 5 ways we can choose not yellow. And here they are. Blue, green. And I'll put this up here so you can see it. Blue, green, red, blue, purple. So 5 ways to choose not yellow. And here are the 5 ways of choosing not yellow because they asked. Let's look over here. There are a couple of questions in the exercise I want to look at. It says, for number 3, how many possible results are there? So we look at this spinner right here. How many possible results? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 possible results. of the possible results, in how many ways can you spin an even number? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ways. An odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ways. For number 5, it says, what are the possible outcomes of randomly choosing one of the tiles shown? So, what are the possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You would have to list all of those out. You randomly choose one of the tiles shown above. Find the favorable outcomes of the event. So, choosing a 6. What are the favorable outcomes of choosing a 6? A 6. Okay? There's only one of them, but it doesn't say how many. It says, what is it? So the only way of choosing a 6 is a 6. Choosing an odd number. We'd have to list out 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Those are the odd numbers. Choosing a number greater than 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Choosing an odd number less than 5. So here are the numbers less than 5 and only the odds. 1, 3. Choosing a number less than 3. 1, 2. Choosing a number divisible by 3, which means that you can divide it by 3 with no remainder. 3, 6, 9. Those are the 3 numbers that are divisible by 3. Last ones, you randomly choose one of the marbles from the bag, find the number of ways it can occur, and list them. Okay, so it says find the number of ways and find the favorable outcome. So here's the bag of marbles. Choosing blue. There are 2. What are they? Blue, blue. Choosing green. There is 1. Green. Choosing purple. There are 2. Purple, purple. Choosing yellow. There is 1. Yellow. Number 16. Choosing not red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they are purple, blue, green, blue, purple, yellow. Choosing not blue. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are they? Purple, red, green, red, purple, yellow, red. Okay? So hopefully that all made sense to you. You do have a homework, which is journal page 212, the lesson 10.1. Have an awesome day.